Guys, we made it
to Chile!
Yeah! It's the night before our huge drive, and we did a big drive today and a big drive yesterday, but like tomorrow and the next day are these monster drives.
If there's one thing that we have learned over the hundreds of hours, maybe thousands of hours that we've driven, it's that food prep is very important. So we're going to spend this evening getting our meals ready for tomorrow.
What do you think of my masterpiece, babe?
Wow.
It's a real old-fashioned sandwich artist right there, isn't that right?
That is a fat-ass sandwich.
Well, you're going to enjoy that fat-ass sandwich mid-drive tomorrow.
Yes, I am. What's up, guys?
Oh!
Today is a very special day, but we have a lot ahead of us. We have a lot of kilometers ahead of us to get through.
In the world of 2,000 kilometers.
Literally. I looked it up today. What is the longest country north to south, do you think?
I'm going to guess Chile?
It's Chile!
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding. And we're trying to get all the way down south before winter comes.
And in the last 2 days, we already drove 16 hours and a border. And the next 2 days, we're going to drive 20 hours, so...
If we already look tired, that's why. ¿Dónde están las llaves?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, that's problematic.
I'm not the keys keeper.
Where are they?
Did you check in your own bag?
No. But I would not put... Oh, there you go.
Our driving tradition is smoothie in the morning, sandwiches in the afternoon, and a big old hash in the evening. So we'll start with some smoothie. We actually haven't even been doing coffees in the morning.
That's pretty insane.
You want some smoothie, baby?
I would love some smoothie.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Do you want to do a quick little B-roll of turning on the car?
Love to. Is that what you guys want? Is that what you guys want to see? And it begins. The vast empty desert that is Chile.
It's so true. It really feels like a different place than Peru already. The landscape is completely different. The accent is completely different. The foods are completely different. Like we're back into cold weather types of food. So like different fruits and things like that. I don't know. It just feels different, dude.
It feels more developed too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
I was a driver yesterday, and I'm the podcast DJ today. What are we gonna listen to?
What are we gonna listen to?
Babe, are you over Joe Rogan? You don't want to listen to him anymore? Ooh, I've got some Radio Labs downloaded.
Okay.
Radio Lab it is.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey.
Welcome everybody to a truly Papa Blessed episode.
Guys, I feel like our driving video tradition is to ask you, what are your podcast recommendations? I was just thinking that yesterday we don't listen to audiobooks. Why don't we listen to audiobooks?
That is way better of something that we want recommendations for.
Audiobooks?
Audiobooks. Give us your audiobook recommendations.
Also, give us your podcast recommendations as usual. We just pulled it to our first mandatory check station coming south from Peru. I don't really know what they're checking for, but every once in a while you see these, so.
Interesting.
Very interesting. All right, that was the easiest inspection ever.
Okay.
He was all prepared to give us an inspection. He said it was totally mandatory. And then he literally just saw the car and he's like, that's your car? I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, bye, you're good.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I guess they see a lot of overlanders coming through.
Okay.
The time has come to break out my masterpiece, the sandwiches we made last night. Careful, it's nighttime.
Oh my God.
All right, babe. Ready for lunch?
So ready.
So, to be honest,
Yeah?
these aren't as fresh as I would have wanted. The bread's a little soggy.
Oh, Oh, don't even say that. It's all good.
It's all good?
It's all good. I'm so excited for food. Thanks for making these.
You're welcome. One nice change about Chile is that all the roads are straight as an arrow, which means I can be my hyper-productive self and do chores while we drive.
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning!
Oh my god. So guys, we have been driving for probably 7 hours now. And I have never seen Christian be a passenger for this long. It is so insanely hard for him to not have anything explicit to do in front of him. So that's honestly the main reason that he does most of the driving, because he just needs to be doing something all the time. 7 hours in, he has cleaned the freaking van probably 3 times already, and now he's vacuuming. What are you doing back there? What are you vacuuming?
I'm vacuuming the couch. It looks really good.
Oh my god.
Shout out to my mother-in-law for a very personalized present for Christmas this year. Thank you, Kayla. We've got an update. After about 15 hours of driving through completely barren, moon-looking surfaces, we made it to the coast. Finally. Finally.
We're finally switching. Christian is finally behind the wheel.
Full credit to you for every minute of that 10-ish hours you just drove.
Thank you very much.
That was an absolute marathon that you just cranked out.
I really
You know what's
did.
weird? I feel like the first day that we start driving these long drives again feels like torture.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 hours is like, my God, how long is this 2 hours gonna feel? And then today, 10 hours was just like, we just kind of knocked out 10
Yeah,
hours.
totally
We got
agree.
5 hours to go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I bet the truckers feel like that. They just wake up and they're just like,
Yeah.
gotta go drive 12 hours today.
It's so true.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm ready. I got my Aves. Haven't worn glasses like this in a while. I think we just found these on the beach or something, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where they came from.
This is the first gas station we'd seen in probably 4 hours, right?
We were getting pretty stressed about it.
Yeah. Nice job. All good. Plus, those are the cleanest gas station bathrooms I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. The weirdest thing happened to us when we crossed from Peru to Chile. We jumped ahead 2 hours in time zone. When we crossed the border, it was like 11:30 in Peru and 1:30 in Chile. So super, super weird. So that means that currently it's 7:30, which in Peru at 7:30, it's like black, like dark. Here, like the sun hasn't even started setting yet. So we figure with that combo, plus the really nice roads, we are just going to absolutely blast out the longest drive I think we've ever driven in Latin America.
The closest we've ever done is a 12-hour banger. We did that. I think we've done one in Mexico and one in Colombia. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because usually it's not exactly fun to do these crazy weeks. Like I feel like once every like 2 months, we're like, we just got to do it. We've been hanging out. We'll pick a city like Medellin or Cartagena or like or like we did with Cusco, and we'll just accidentally hang out there for like 3 weeks, and then we'll be like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta make it happen. Like, just do it. This is by far the easiest one we've ever done in Latin America.
Yeah.
I mean, Chile's roads compared to the rest of Latin America is not a comparison. Like, absolutely on par with the United States, the infrastructure here.
Yeah, so true. And kind of the common knowledge for anybody who's traveling in Latin America is don't drive in the dark, because the roads can kind of change their quality at any second, so you can be in dangerous situations. In certain countries, not all of them at all, but in certain ones you kind of want to be aware of maybe like bad actors on the roads. Apparently we've never run into that necessarily while we're driving, but potholes, animals, that kind of thing. But here we're really not afraid of that at all, so we're just going to blast through, and we probably won't get to our destination until midnight, but then at the earliest. But then we will be done with most of our drive, so we're pretty stoked.
Well, I just had a cup of coffee, and shockingly, I was able to order a coffee without milk here.
Nice.
Amazing news for me.
Yeah.
And I actually haven't been drinking coffee recently for like the first time in my life. So this is probably the second or third, probably the third cup of coffee I've had this month. So I am buzzing, man. I am ready to rock.
Well, that is good news for me because I'm pretty tired. So.
Well, you've earned that tiredness.
As our daylight begins to draw to a close, I wanted to share a beautiful sunset with you all. Hello everybody, we're 15 minutes away from our destination for the evening. What time is it?
What time is it, dude? It's 12:19.
12:19.
Our ETA is 12:35.
Dang, how are you feeling?
You know what? I think this coffee is a perfect little thing for me because I'm just starting to fade.
Oh,
Just starting. Until now, I've been like freakishly laser focused in a way, but I can tell in about half an hour I'm about to crash right off.
Oh, that's good. There's our home for the night.
Can't believe we're here, dude.
Woohoo!
This was a marathon of a day, and it's 12:34. It's gonna be 12:35, I think, when we officially roll it. 12:34. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Lucky day. Oh my God, I'm gonna count it, dude. I'm gonna count it. 12. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
12:34.
12:34.
I don't know why I'm so proud of that. We made it. Wow, what a day, dude. What a day. Fourth fill-up in a day. Oh my goodness. Freaking gracious. Oh my
Nice
God.
job, my babe.
Nice job, you, dude. Whoa. Oh my goodness gracious. How destroyed are you?
So destroyed.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that's nice. We're so tired. If you notice a new blanket here, shout out to the sponsor of this video, Weighted Idea, for sending us this weighted blanket. Before this, I had never tried out a weighted blanket.
I never had either.
This is a pretty awkward little shot to be talking to people, huh? And we're a couple of weeks deep into sleeping with this thing.
We've been loving it.
Dude, loving it is not even the right descriptor. Usually I suffer from really bad anxiety associated with driving. Like I'll have panic attacks, and when we're done with driving, I just feel totally beaten down, and I usually can't sleep. And I don't know what it is about weighted blankets. Maybe that's just something that gives you a hug all the time,
Yeah.
you know, without having to get all hot and sweaty and close to your partner. But somehow this thing allows me to sleep after anything.
These days in South America are more stressful than other days, wouldn't you say? Especially the driving days. They're just like, we got a lot of adrenaline going.
Yeah.
So I personally look forward to this blanket so much every single night.
Seriously, like it's the only blanket we're sleeping with.
Yeah.
Like we're totally fighting over it. I came to bed a little late last night, or a couple nights ago, and Aubrey had tacoed herself in the blanket. I was so pissed. And she was asleep, and I kept wrestling it away from her, and she wouldn't let me get it.
That is one nice thing about a weighted blanket, is if you have it, it's pretty hard for your partner to get it from you because it's heavier.
And the nice thing about this blanket is it is not only super breathable, super warm, but it's also made with recycled glass beads and is hypoallergenic.
Weighted blankets have been shown to reduce anxiety, stress, even PTSD, and at least in our own little anxious corner of the world, it has really, really made a difference.
Yes.
If you guys want to pick up your own weighted blanket, there are plenty of colors and sizes and weights to choose from. So check it out in the link in the description box.
All right, ready to go get some weighted sleep?
I'm so ready.
I couldn't be more ready. Whoa.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
What?
You're cheesing at me like that.
Because you're so cute.
I'm so cute.
Yeah. You're so handsome. Good morning, guys. Are you ready for our super short drive today?
I am so ready. We've earned the super short
Yes!
drive. Woo. What time is it?
Smoothie time.
What time is it?
Smoothie time.
What time is it?
Smoothie time.
I was feeling more of a, what time is it? Smoothie time. What time is it?
Oh,
Smoothie
that would
time.
have been better, yeah. Our smoothie today is fairly simple, but fairly delicious. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. kind of fun. I need you to laugh at me. That's very important to my comedy.
I was quietly laughing. I thought you were very funny.
Okay. We have been using this peanut butter for maybe a week.
2 weeks.
Let's say 2 weeks.
Wow, we are shredding through it.
Oof. It's so funny too, because like we literally had one of these in Austin. I think it's still sitting in our house.
Unused.
Unused. I think maybe I like dipped some apples into it one day. Like that was it. We just didn't need peanut butter when we were there. But here, I don't know why, but we just gravitate towards peanut butter.
So true.
We have some vegan protein powder that we found in the States. And lastly, one of my favorite additions to the smoothie is this super greens powder, because we're kind of low on greens down here. I have smoothie time stuck in my head. What time is it? Smoothie time. What time?
Oh, you have my version of smoothie
exactly,
time.
because it was way better.
I never really picked up the cadence of your version of smoothie time.
It wasn't really, it was just like a cheer, you know? Listo,
baby,
chico!
listo. This is a good smoothie, by the way.
I know, it is really good.
We have just arrived in Valparaiso, or Valpo is how I'm told it's usually called, and this place is stunning. It looks
So
very
beautiful.
European to me, somewhere like between Europe and Mexico City.
This is one of the most developed places that I've ever experienced too in Latin America. Oh boy.
We showed you 20 of the 35 hours that we actually drove, and we didn't even include the border. That was a trek, wasn't it?
Yeah. I want to say one thing.
Yes.
Because I think what I'm anticipating in the comments is that people might be like, you missed so much. You guys rushed through so much. Why did you do that? Because there are some things in northern Chile that a lot of people do and see. And maybe you're from Chile and you kind of are aware of those things. We decided that we wanted to focus on the things that we're super, super, super stoked to do, and not push ourselves to do things that we're not necessarily completely 100% stoked to do.
Right.
Because we've talked about this a little bit on this channel before, but I don't know. We've been traveling long enough that we are very aware of travel burnout and pushing ourselves to do things that, you know, you feel like you're almost obligated to do because you're in these places and maybe you'll never be in these places again in your life. And I don't know, we just have learned over the last year to really have grace with ourselves and like allow ourselves to just do the things that we're stoked to do. And one of those things is Patagonia. So we wanted as much time down here as possible.
Don't forget, tomorrow at noon, we've got a live. Be there or be square. See you guys there.
Okay. Bye guys!
Machu Picchu, 10 kilometers.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Look at this view. This is crazy.